Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're here for the first time, welcome. Okay, so we are on night 4. It's the last night, hooray, of the Vault from Jaclyn Hill. I've done it palette at a time, so obviously if you haven't seen them, do watch my other 3 videos. I've done every single palette now, and this the last one is, it was Ring the Alarm. And it's this orangey colour palette. Here we go. And it looks so pretty. It's a very warm palette. Now, I did the look already. And on a couple, I've sort of filmed the look as I've done it. Last night I tried to and I forgot, which is typical. I didn't press record. Came back at the end. And then, obviously, today, I've done the look already. The reason I did this, I wanted to test something. And as I say, the whole purpose of my review was, one, obviously to test the palettes. But for number 2, I wanted to know if it had really been reformulated. And if it stood up to all the claims, you know. If it was better, like she says, than the original Jaclyn Hill palette. At least as good as Morphe eyeshadows. So I did a little test. I took the Morphe, this one, 35O I think it is. Could be the O2, I'm not sure. I'll show you it. It's got the orange colours in. And they're pretty similar. If I can open the thing. This one. So, well, excuse it, it came burst. Typical, and I haven't hit pan on it. It was broken when it got here. This is my 35O or O2, I can't remember which palette. And as you can see, the colours in it are pretty similar to, I've just taken a chunk out of that shadow with my fingernail, typical, to this one here. So I was able to pretty much match these shadows one at a time, okay? Now, I've got to get it right. This eye in Morphe, this eye in the Vault one, Ring the Alarm, and they turned out pretty much identical. In fact, they're identical. I managed to, as I say, even the ones which aren't exact matches, looked pretty damn exact on the eye. Now, I did have lashes on, and it looks a heck of a lot better with lashes, like all looks do. But I've taken them off, because otherwise you can't see the whole look, can you? Especially if you've got little eyes like me. And I wanted to show you the colours, that you can actually get them from the Morphe 35O or O2, whichever it is. But I've got to say, with consistency, I've got to be honest here. That one caused me no problems, don't get me wrong. Absolutely no problems. The pigmentation was amazing. They blended. I mean, the only one I've had real problems with was the Armed and Gorgeous, I think it is. Is it Armed and Gorgeous? Yeah. And that was with the green colour, Potion. Not Potion, Top Secret. It's one of the two. Top Secret, I think it is. And it was patchy and it didn't blend. And you can see that in my Armed and Gorgeous review. And I think that was number 1 or 2. But I've got to say, these ones blended better. These ones went on better. These were as pigmented, if not exactly the same. So, is it better than the actual Jaclyn Hill palette? The Vault? No, it's not. Because I would say if I took these and I took my Jaclyn Hill palette, the Jaclyn Hill's a nicer eyeshadow palette than this one. I'd say, although this is good, the Jaclyn Hill one seems more buttery. Now, the shimmers on it, I think the Jaclyn Hill palette, they're not in your face shimmers, you know, in the Jaclyn Hill palette. Everybody who's got it knows that. But they're very nice. They go on easily. It's a beautiful palette. I mean, who doesn't love the original Jaclyn Hill palette? But I've got to say, I don't love this as much as it. And this was better than the Vault. So I've got to be honest, I don't know if it is reformulated. If it is, which I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt here, I've got to be 100% and say it must have been pretty damn bad before, because it's not excellent now. I think it's, however, worth 15 quid. If I was buying them again, I've got to be honest with you, I'd only buy the Bling Boss palette, the purple one. That one worked lovely. I didn't have any problems with it. And it's more the colours I like. I mean, I'll test all these orangey shadows, but they're not really my cup of tea. I'm a bit old for it, realistically. And they're very handy to have, because on Instagram I do lots of weird and wonderful eye looks. I'm doing some with fruit and flowers at the moment, don't ask. So they're very handy to have. But I personally, in my normal everyday life, I wear a lot of neutrals. It's the age, I'm afraid. And a lot of, I like purples and pinks. And, you know, play down colours, not in your face. I'm not young. But I would say it's worth 15 quid of anyone's money. If you're going to get them and you don't love every palette, don't buy every palette. You waste your money, to be honest with you, because there's going to be 2 or 3 palettes you will never use, you won't even look at. Just get the ones you want. And I know that, you know, unless you love 3 of them and you're going to buy 3, well, you might as well have the 4th for peanuts. But if you only really love 1 of them or 2 of them, just buy those ones. I would personally, that's just me. But I mean, each their own. If you love packaging and you love makeup and you're a collector, well, of course you're going to go and buy the whole thing. I did. Look at me. And I'll probably never pick it up again apart from Bling Boss, which I might use. But can I dupe all those shadows? Yeah. Have I got those colours? Yeah. And I've got them by Visart. Well, Visart? Visart? I call it Visart. And I've got Pat McGrath purples and pinks. So why on earth would I want to use the Vault ones, you know? But saying that, it's not a bad palette. It's a shame I've had to use it the one time, otherwise I'd gift it to somebody. I still might give it away to a friend, or, you know, somebody who's got a young daughter who's going to make the most of it. A lot of my friends have, so that won't be a problem. But what I'm saying is, it's not problematic, this palette, at all. Not problematic in any way. But if you've got this palette, you do not need this palette 100%. And that's my feelings on the last of the Vault, excuse me, getting all mixed up there, the last of the Vault collection, Ring the Alarm. I think it's a nice little collection. I think it's such a shame she didn't really wear this up, because have you noticed a lot of her shades, and if you look at the Jaclyn Hill palette, it's got tons and tons of like warm orangey colour shadows, and that would be my only bad thing about that palette. Although there are, you know, there are other colours in there. You've got your blues and your greens. There's not as many, is there? And I do, and there's a lot of pinks, and I like the pinks in it. I do love that palette so much. I wanted to love these the way I love that palette, and I don't. And I came out here to do this all excited, like full of, I'm going to love it. And I don't. And I'm sad that I don't. But that's it, guys. That's my view. Each their own. If you're anything like me, I need to test things for myself. I could watch other people's reviews on this. I haven't. I didn't really want to. I watched a clip of a couple, and I didn't want to see people's whole reviews start to finish, because I didn't want to be biased to it. I wanted to go in with my own mind so that I could physically test it myself. And it came to me today once I saw the colours. I've got to try this against that Morphe palette. And, you know, and it was the only way I could find out if the consistency was better. And as I say, I don't think it is. I really don't. And these people having problems with it, I can believe it. I think there's going to be, I had problems with that one palette. I know other people have had problems with other palettes. And I think Jaclyn Hill herself made a statement. It was on one of these news channels. They call it tea these days. I don't know why they call it tea. I'm old, obviously, but tea? News? I call it gossip channels, but suddenly it's a tea channel. I'm learning something new every day. I'm getting trendy. Up with it, look. You know, I feel like my gran when she learned the word yo. And she still says it now. I know I'm buller. I mean, she must have learnt those words in 1970. She still thinks she's young and trendy using them. Anyway, regardless of that, don't get it if you've got the Morphe palette, because you're wasting your money, unless of course you want it and you're collecting it and you've got money to burn. And that's my final words on it. My final words on yesterday, my little rant. I see old Manny still hasn't manned up. Look at me, all defensive. Hasn't manned up. He did his apology, didn't he, online? And didn't apologise. Apologised to Gabby, but surely, you know, Gabriel, although yes, from what he said, deserved an apology. What about Jeffree Star? I haven't seen him running around there, have you? I just don't think he's a nice person. I don't. And I think it's so sad. But Stephanie Lang did a video last night. You should watch it, really. She's got it right. And I said it yesterday. Beauty comes from within. And this is a beauty community. So why, if we're there trying to make all of you feel and look better about yourselves, make you feel beautiful, make you look hopefully beautiful, then why are we so ugly inside? Why is there so much ugliness? You don't see it with like gaming channels. I mean, it's very strange. And I know that, you know, I don't know. I don't know why other channels and other communities aren't like it. Why it's in the beauty community of all communities. I mean, why are there so many nasty people? Why are they all treading on each other to get rich quick? Can't they just be people with a passion? I mean, like, I'm 45, like you probably heard me say lots of times. I'm not here to make money. I don't give a monkey, so I don't earn a penny out of it, really. In fact, it costs me. I have to buy all my makeup. And I've got to be honest with you, that's not what I do it for. I do it because I've got a passion for something. Obviously, not these. And I can start doing my own shadows now, my own artwork, and my own eyeshadow looks, which are a lot more me and a lot better. And I thought everybody, and if you put comments in the description, that'd be great. If you'd like to see some of my artistic eye looks, let me know and I can teach you some. They're very easy. I can do eye looks with fruits, eye looks with objects, moons and stars and suns and plants, and you know, you name it. I do quite funky animals, all sorts, and I do eye looks like it. And I just wondered if that would interest any of you. You know, sometimes I know that I've done it for some of these. They have balls, don't they, these days? In our day, we got to sign an old school shirt with all your mates' names and told to get stuffed at the end of the day. These days, when you leave school, you get a ball. We didn't get that. We didn't even get a disco with a bit of coke. We got told to sling your hook and hope you have a good time getting a job. Don't end up on a YTS. You know, it pays rubbish. I think £25 a week. I'm going back some. But yeah, I mean, but for a ball and things, if you've got like ribbon looks, I can do the ones for Breast Cancer Awareness Day. You name it, we can do it. So the Heart Foundation motifs, all of that, Race for Life. I can do it on the eyes for you. So if you'd like that, or you want to see, I suppose I'd call it my theatrical looks, really. I happily teach you all how to do them because they're not hard. It's just a case of you've got to just be a bit patient and use a bit of time up. But, you know, it looks fantastic when it's done. I can show you all. I was sat there last night drawing out new looks that I'm going to try, like in the next month or so, on my channel of all the different things. Trying to draw bananas of all things, don't ask. My son said, why are you going to put sausages on your eye, Mum? was like, I'm not putting sausages on my eye. But guys, yeah, let me know in the description box. I'd like to know your thoughts on this beauty community situation. What you think it's going to take to sort it out. I think it's so sad. I just think, why can't people all be nice to each other? What's it all about, you know? Why can't people accept people who they are? We accept man is gay. We don't care. Does it bother any of us? It doesn't bother me, you know? It doesn't bother me that Jeffree Star's androgynous. It doesn't bother me that, you know, the only thing that slightly bothers me about Jeffree is the weed smoking on air. And I don't even object to the fact that he grows weeds and he does it for a living and all the rest with his partner. The only bit that worried me is he does it on air when there's youngsters watching. When I mean youngsters, I mean sort of 15, 16, and in England, and I know you say the parents could monitor, but that's not going to happen, is it? Let's face it, we've all been 15, 16, you know? Parental controls are hardly hard, are they? Click, click, I'm not under them anymore, duh, you know? But I just think that it might not be the right message to give out to that age group. And I don't know about America. Some states it's illegal, some states it's not, but in England it's illegal everywhere. And I'd hate somebody to see that and to smoke like weed, thinking that he promotes that, thinking they're cool because he promotes that, and then getting done and ending up inside or something, because that would be awful. But saying that, I could blame the parents for that as well, because they know it's illegal. My son knows it's illegal. He wouldn't do it. So if my son can do that, and he's known that since he was this big, you know, why can't they? But don't put temptation there. But apart from that, I think he's lovely. I do. I want to be his mum, his second mum. He's got his real mum's come back into his life. That made me cry, wasn't it sweet? And his auntie used to be like, he'd call her his mum. She loves him too, so I'm so glad he's loved. Oh, you just want to give him a big hug, don't you? Well, that's me anyway. I just got the soft spot for Jeffree. I really have. But no, tell me what you think would, in seriousness, would sort out the beauty community. Because I would love to know how we can say, right, let's get rid of all this crap. Get rid of rid of racism, rid of bullying, rid of fat shaming, rid of everything on here that's bad. And only promote positive, nice things about people. Rid of people taking the mickey about autism. We want rid of all that. I mean, is it going to come to people like Manny and Laura Lee aren't allowed on here anymore? Because that would be a shame. Because they do have a talent they can offer the world. It's just sad how they go about it. Perhaps they need a lesson. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps YouTube should sanction them somehow. Perhaps that would do it, you know? If you're caught tweeting or Instagramming or, you know, YouTubing anything negative or towards people or hurtful, you're banned from it, like with games and sports and footballers for so long. Maybe that. I don't know. What do you think, guys? Let me know, and let me know what you're going to do with the Vault palette, if you're going to buy it or if you're not. And now I think these are making my eyes water a bit. And if anyone knows why that happens, do let me know. And it's only Morphe shadows, and it's only when I go under the eye with colour, my eyes start to water and itch. And I'm sure it's not, you know, this wouldn't happen to everybody. This is a me thing, you know, a personal. I've obviously got something wrong with my eyes, but it doesn't happen with Too Faced eyeshadow, and it doesn't happen with Pat McGrath or Viseart, Natasha Denona. I wouldn't expect it to with those. Doesn't happen with Urban Decay Born to Run palette, or Naked Heat or anything. Just Morphe palettes, really. There's another one. Who is it? Tarte can sometimes. The clay, Amazon clay palettes do it. And I wonder if anyone knows if there's any irritant in those two makes that isn't in something else. Let me know. I will be back anyway. Let me know about the eye looks, guys. I'll be back with the skincare and how to euphanize. Not euphanize, that's kill, isn't it? You don't want to know how to euphanize your skin. That would be like, oh, how to kill your skin by me. No. Yeah, how to make your skin appear and look more youthful. Okay, to get that young glow again. I talk too much, guys. I know I do. Rabbit on. Do you know why? Because I'm like Shirley Valentine at home. This is probably why I do these videos too. You know, I'm there. I am that person. Sits there all day till the tumble dryer going, right, tumble dryer, so what shall we put in you today? Hello, fridge. Have you got milk? You know, I am that divvy. Is me. And my dog thinks I'm insane. Dave the doe is a Doe de Bordeaux Mastiff. It's a huge, great droopy dog. I'll show him to you all. I'll put him on my channel soon. And Dave talks to me all day. Well, he doesn't talk. I talk. Dave sits there looking like this. That's the exact face. As if to say, shut up, woman. And I'm going, would you like some of these? And would you like that? And let me get you this for your tea. And he's looking at me like I'm absolutely stupid. And I do feel a bit stupid, really, now. Because he does. And he's very wrinkly. I tell him that. I say, you're wrinkly. Perhaps we could try tretinoin on you, Dave. And he sort of lifts an eye up like, oh. He's got an Instagram, everybody. Have a look for Dave the Doe. He does his Dave's Faves every month. And he likes his Dave's Faves. I think he's got a Facebook too. Look out for Dave the Doe and find me. Come talk to me. Instagram, Snapchat and Twitter. I'm not very good at Twitter and Snapchat, but I've sussed Instagram. I'm getting there though. I'm getting there. Okay, guys. Take care and I shall see you tomorrow. All right then. Bye, guys.